Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. I'm Brian Perkis and we've got another 1v1 between Uggeli and yaegz. Man, people keep on picking weird names. Yaeg. I'll just call him Yaeg and Ugg. This is another community-submitted match. If you head on over to pamatches.com/submit, there's a form to submit your matches for me to cast. Check it out. I really enjoy doing these, and I don't know. It's great. So, like I said, 1v1. Ugg has gone for an energy storage first. It's a popular opening starting build. It allows you to get up a lot of starting energy storage because the commander produces, what is it, like 3,000? The commander produces a bunch of energy to start, and capturing that extra energy just is really helpful during the opening build. Yaeg has gone for a bot factory first, second, and third. Got a metal extractor in there. And is going for the early bot harassment strategy. Very, very popular in the current build, of course. And more bot factories. So Ugg is going for a little bit more of an economical start, and Yaeg is going for a very hard aggression start. It's got a few bot fabricators expanding. You know what? Let's bring up the pip mirroring so we can keep an eye on the backside of the planet for expansion. Oh wow, there we go. Planet-wide area patrol for those bots taking out one of Yaeg's early scouts. The planet-wide area patrol is such a great way to scout the entire planet. And, did I just see that right? Huh, they changed the name back to the Scamper. I didn't notice that. So planet-wide area patrol, great way to scout the entire planet without microing. Of course, telling your units to go explore metal clump to metal clump is definitely a better way to expand. It just requires a lot more focus. Ugg has got units heading straight for Yaeg, and that's because of that early radar. And in come the docks, gonna take out bots or two bot fabricators, which is a very, very nice win. Yaeg has got these these scampers following the bot fabbers to keep them alive, which is a very nice move. And now we've got bot clashes happening all over the place. As much as I am not exactly a fan of the current bot balance, it's a nice step in the right direction, but needs improvement. It is a very exciting balance. There's rarely a dull moment, and Yaeg has gone straight towards Ugg's base. He saw those bots come in, so he kind of knew that Ugg had to be off in this direction, and has now scouted him out. Both players now know where the other is. Bit of a skirmish with some nice micro here from Yaeg, and down goes that metal extractor, which is a very nice win. Down over here, Ugg got in some fabricator kills and some bot kills. Yaeg is now clumping up his units. Let's unmirror this since they're not really expanding much. Use this to kind of keep a more direct eye on Brown's base. And let's see, Yaeg is floating, wow, is floating a ton of economy. Ugg is doing a much better job of managing his economy, larger economy, and it's balanced. Yaeg, oh, and there goes the unbalance. So kind of all over the place right now. And, which is common for the early starts. Fire raging all over the place. Cool stuff. That fire's consuming a lot of metal along with it. And down, Ugg's defending force is gone, and Yaeg gets in some very nice wins, taking out a bunch of fabricators. That was what, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Bunch of bot fabricators. Very big win for Yaeg. So these vehicle factories are going up here from Ugg, which is going to be very interesting. matches these days or this build is currently mostly dominated by bots. Tanks can one-shot bots, but the bots can be just so mass-produced that the common tactic is to just build a lot of bots rather than build any tanks at all. Because the tanks have, what, like 1 shot per second plus that slow turret rate. And as you can see, those bots took out those tanks fairly easily. And a bit of a skirmish over here. Yaegz is definitely getting in a lot of really good wins. Ugg is certainly on the back foot. Yaegz being very, very aggressive, which is very good. Getting up some storage, very valuable structure, and often undervalued. And Yaegz getting in some, oh man, lots of fabricator kills, and certainly taking out a lot of enemy bots. Very, very nice wins, that is for sure. Oh, it's 3 double-barreled laser defense towers over here. Gonna do a great job of deterring attacks from over here, but if microed properly, these outlying metal extractors can be taken out no problem, and that was an all-around waste of metal, putting them all up right there. Those laser defense towers would have been better off spread out throughout the base. Oh, some graphical glitches. Unfortunately, somewhat common. Oh, I've got some stuff happening on the backside, so let's get up that mirroring and let's stay oriented north. Nice large group of bots moving in here from Yaegz, and ooh, yeah, Ugg has that radar, man, providing so much intel, while Yaegz does have a radar, but it's not providing as much intel. Those bots getting in a lot of damage, some very nice wins. One of the things that I like to do is I like to build forward radars. Forward radars are just so helpful. Get a radar maybe right up here, for if Yaegz got a radar like right over here, or Ugg got a radar right over here, and maybe defensive structure here and here, then they would have all but full vision of the enemy base. Very, very useful. Raiding bots here from Yaegz going around, and that single double-barreled laser defense tower took care of that raid with very little effort. Almost destroyed, but still got the job done. Would have been much better off having walls around him. And here comes a large bot force moving in against these tanks, mostly Infernos. If microed properly, these bots are going to be able to chew through that force pretty easily. And yep, there's the micro, keeping at range with those tanks, and down goes the Infernos, and this is why you do not use Infernos against bots. Oh wow, very nice defensive line forming up over here from Yaegz. Hopefully Yaegz builds a wall right in front of all this. Greatly increases the effectiveness of those defensive structures. And now there's not much of a defense. Hello, here comes this... I was wondering where that attack force was. These bots circled all the way around and has now come up, and Yaegz is attacking from 2 places at once. Very, very good strategy. Possibly the best of all the simple strategies. Just attack from 2 places at once. It's much easier to manage a 2-pronged attack than it is to manage a 2-pronged defense. 2-pronged attacks just keep your opponent on the defensive, and it's just so hard to defend against. And at any rate, but right now, see, Ugg's just got that all but full vision. He keeps on scouting, and there we go. The bots are now at critical mass, and down goes those defensive structures, no problem whatsoever. But at the same time, here comes a counterattack from Ugg, running straight into those laser defense towers. Big mistake. All Ugg needed to do was just go around over here, and then boom, there's all of that energy. Easy kills. Let's just go around this mountain. If an opponent has an established defensive line, just ignore it. Just go around it. This is Planetary Annihilation. We're on a sphere. We're not on a lame old flat map. Those Infernos are getting closer and closer to that energy field, but it's not enough. If Ugg had just gone around this mountain over here, would have been able to just cause a bunch of damage, take out a bunch of energy, possibly a few factories. And now these bots are flanking around, moving in towards this commander. This commander has got that wall up, so he's probably going to... Yeah. Uber Cannon goes off. He's going to be able to defend against that attack fairly easily, but here comes a bunch more bots. That commander is under quite a bit of pressure and taking quite a bit of damage. Just got to whittle away. Oh, and yaegz is forced to call all of his units to defend against this attack. Even though yaegz could defend against it, those bots were a very nice distraction and helped alleviate the pressure on Ugg. Now he's got a bunch more tanks moving in, so now we're going to see how well a large vehicle army does against a large bot army. Those bots are much more clumped together, though. Bots versus tanks, that is the current debate. What does yaegz see? yaegz does see that he's got this force that he needs to deal with, but very different circumstances, bots and tanks. Here comes these tanks moving in against that defensive line, so they're going to take some pretty heavy losses. Would have been much better if yaegz had just gone around. Either way, they're getting in close. These tanks are probably still going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. They need to focus down and kill that laser defense tower. Not quite finished off. And now they need to move in and start dealing damage, or else they're just going to get picked apart by those docks. Looks like that attack is going to be dealt with, and then here comes a large attack from yaegz, moving in, causing damage, taking out some metal extractors, moving in on these laser defense towers. Even those single-barrel laser defense towers one-shot docks. Scampers. Uber can't make up their mind. Ugg is chasing after those docks with those vehicles, and he's just not going to be able to do that. Bots can easily outrun tanks. That's why you need to try and send them where you think those bots are going to go, or just attack. Just send if all of these units all in one death ball could cause a ton of damage against yaegz, especially if they were to swing around to the other side of this mountain. Seriously. Stop attacking the defensive line. Just stop. You're just gonna have a bad time, especially with all these walls that keep on going up. And it's not like this is a very roundabout way. It's not all the way on the other side of the planet. It's just a little this way. He's already gone all the way over here. Ugg has already gone all the way over here. Just go a little bit over here, and then you're in amongst this energy line, factories. Lots of damage. Either way, this is a ton of vehicles right here. I don't know. There's quite a bit of Infernos in that front line. If these Infernos can get into the base, then that might be it. It's going to come down to how well can these bots be microed, and can these bots take out those Infernos in time. Under fire from the double-barreled laser defense tower, they need to focus down and take out that double-barreled laser defense tower and not focus on these walls. Probably what's happened is Ugg has given a area attack command, and these tanks are focusing down on the walls rather than anything useful. Tanks are moving in with more tanks to follow. This is certainly going to be interesting. Those bots are taking heavy losses. And the tanks are now getting into the base, and Ugg, what's the total unit count? Ooh, Ugg has a much higher unit count. and a much larger economy. Ugg is simply outproducing yaegz big time. Not only does Ugg have a much higher total unit count, a lot of those units are vehicles, and vehicles outclass bots. There we go, flanking around from the other side, and Ugg is just surrounding yaegz and attacking on all sides. Best way to go, hands down. This is a decent-sized bot force moving in. They're going to be able to cause a decent amount of damage, excuse me, but it's going to be too little, too late. yaegz commander is coming under fire as his base falls all around him, and Ugg is not microing that commander. That with the Uber cannons, that commander could have easily held off that attack, but he is now down at 8% health, down into the red, and here comes another attack force. This is the end of yaegz, as Ugg is going to finish him off. Ugg just did a much better job expanding. That is what won him the match. Let's look at the backside of the planet. Ugg just has a ton more metal extractors, and down goes the commander. No, I think that was a self-destruct because there were no units near it. Well played by Ugg. Ugg used bots to great effect for the early defense, and then focused on expansion and growing the economy. Very, very well done. Let's just pull up ChronoCam real quick and back up right here. See, look at this. Look at that difference in economy. That's what, 3 times? Ugg has like 3 times the economy that yaegz has. That's what wins the game. You can micro well, you can strategize well, you can flank, but if you get outproduced and out-economied, if that's even a word, then it's just not going to work out well for you. Never stop expanding. Just don't stop expanding, or this is going to happen. yaegz had Ugg on the back foot for the majority of the match, but Ugg he outproduced him. Well played by both players. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to send me your matches. If you play a match that you think was just awesome and a real good watch, let me know. Again, pamatches.com/submit. Don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.